Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. One of your favorite streams of the week, Friday night Liverpool show. Who was late? There was a technical error. Hussam invited his guests without sending them the StreamYard link, but they're here now, you get me? So mistakes happen. It's okay. You get me? People make errors all the time in life. No one's perfect. You get me? Not even Mo is perfect. Come on now. Anyway, joining me, first and foremost, the man who, by him calling me, I realized that I actually didn't send the link to anyone. Because I was just sat here like, shit, where is everyone? But man, like Jamie, save the day. How you doing, Jamie, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you very much. Not too bad.
Big up to you, Jamie. You're welcome as per usual on this channel. Joining us next, new setup for him today. I think he's wearing a pink shirt as well. You get me? New era of Kmack right here. How you doing, Kmack, mate?
I'm good. Mate, worth waiting for this. Worth waiting for.
Specifically given the Isak stuff, 100%. 100%.
Oh, no, this show's worth waiting for, mate. Great show.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. And of course, last and least, he gave up the New York grit for the LA streets. And now he calls himself what do you call someone from Los Angeles? A Californian man like Mike Diaz.
Democrat.
You're gonna have to start changing that. It's getting old, but big up.
Chinese.
It's actually
you're gonna have to change your setup where it's not just like 1/10 of your head showing.
Pretty sure it's an Angelino. Hey, listen, I have it on purpose. That way.
And an Angelino.
I've got a lot of white space around me, you know, so like you can just fill in the blank. But I believe it's Angelino. If I'm not mistaken.
Is it actually called an Angelino?
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
You want to know what's the best solution for this? What do you call someone from Los Angeles?
A prick.
Angelino. He's actually right.
You see, I know things, you know, but it is what it is. Big up.
Anyway, finally, last but not least, always complaining that he isn't invited, and then when I invite him, he's on a family trip. He's going out with his girl. He's going out with his side chick. It's just never ending. You get me? But he's actually free this time, even though he's in the car. You get me? So I assume he's driving home. Man like Lex is in the building.
No, I'm not driving home. It's still. What's good? Well, go on.
You were just at her house?
Hey, listen, listen. We don't need to go into the details of my whereabouts. We're here to talk about football, not Lex.
Fairs. I hear you. Anyway, guys, listen, on that note, 500 people already in the building. We haven't even started the stream yet. Please do make sure guys are liking. Do make sure guys are subscribing. Guys, you know how the show works. You guys aren't all new. You get me? We all know you. Just hit the like button, subscribe, stop moving like a fraud. Liverpool gonna sign Isak and you ain't gonna like the video. Like the video right now. Anyway, let's start it off. Alexander Isak. And I have to talk to the voice of reason first. So let me start with Jamie. Jamie,
how you think of
this Isak situation?
What's the reason, man? That's never happened to me. You guys might not like what I'm about to say.
Wow.
I think Isak will be done in 3 weeks. So yeah, that's
that's not bad. I thought it was gonna be way worse.
I thought you were gonna say
I know. This one's going to be. We'll have to be patient with this chat. I know a lot of people think this could be done. I thought it could be done really quickly yesterday, but then reading the information about this transfer, it's going to be. It will happen. It's just going to take a lot. It's going to take a bit of time. We've got to be patient on it. Liverpool got players they need to get rid of first as well, and you know, I think both parties know what they're doing. You know, there's no way Newcastle are making an approach of Benjamin Sesko to keep Isak. It makes 0 sense in the world. Liverpool are letting Sesko go first, then Liverpool let Diaz go and Nunez go, and then the transfers will happen. It's just about patience with this one. You know, I know a lot of people freaked out of Paul Joyce's article today. Like, Paul Joyce ain't spoken for about 4 weeks, comes back and ruins everyone's weekend. You know what I mean? He basically said he almost worded it like it ain't going to happen. But I think it is more about patience right now because Newcastle need. The thing is, if Newcastle sell Isak before they get anyone in, then RB Leipzig are going to play hardball with Sesko, ain't they? Because they know they've got money to burn. So this is just a patience transfer. Look, it's going to happen. I can't wait for it. I've never seen rivals more salty in my life, man. I'm seeing Man City and Arsenal fans now tag team. They're teaming up. They're like one massive transformer. It's it's a madness. It's a madness. You got like Fulham fans and Everton fans on Twitter like, oh, this is a disgrace. Liverpool is spending. Like, we haven't spent for 10 years, man.
Been saving the cash, yo.
We're spending in 1 year, and everyone's really upset about it. I don't get it really, but Liverpool are building the. Look, we're a Reds Galacticos. That's what we're building, man. That's what we are, the Red Galacticos, and Isak.
So Rodrygo next.
Look, here's my one. I don't think we get a left winger if we get Isak. I don't think we get a left winger if we get Isak. And look, and I'm not too bothered either because we've got players who can play there. We've got everyone keeps. So I think we do keep forgetting we do have Cody Gakpo, who is
he's really good.
Who's a good left winger himself. So yeah, I think. Liverpool fans, look, we're going to be looking at things every single day. Different stories, this, different stories, that. But at the end of the day, this one's about patience. You got to let Newcastle do their work, and then Liverpool will do theirs. So yeah, I'm all cool waiting for this, man, because it's worth the wait, ain't it?
It's
I've got an even wilder shout than that.
Go on.
I actually think Harvey Elliott makes this deal happen quicker.
How?
I actually think he's involved in the deal. I think he goes to Newcastle, and we get about 100 million, and they spend 100 million on Sesko.
100 million on Sesko is crazy.
I don't think they're going to get Sesko for anything less than 80 now. They played hardball with Arsenal, and Arsenal went elsewhere. Exactly. I think Elliott is definitely involved in this deal now. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had that conversation with Slot today about his future and literally said, I need to be selfish. And now Newcastle are heavily linked with Elliott completely out of the blue. Mm-hmm. I think Elliott might have been involved in the Bayer Leverkusen deal as well, but that just never happened. But I think Newcastle need players badly. Like they could have an absolutely horrendous season, the way things are going. And if we let that drag on, that money, all the way to the end of the season, there'll be nobody left for them to sign.
I think I would say that my taboo opinion is I don't think Luis Diaz is going anywhere. I don't think that we're going to sell him, regardless of whether or not we get Isak. Because if Nunez goes, that's the homegrown spot gone, and then Isak can come in and fill that non-homegrown. And if we get Guehi, well, Guehi is homegrown. So that would then, if we were to get rid of Harvey Elliott, we would essentially have to go out and get Mark Guehi. I know that we've been linked with him. I know that it's likely he could come to us, but you're getting rid of a non-homegrown to bring in a non-homegrown, but also you're getting rid of a homegrown. If Nunez and Elliott both leave, I lose one of each. I need to replace that. We need a center back. That's what makes the most sense to me. Right now, Bayern Munich offered, what people are considering lowball, 67.5 million euros, right? Like they think that that's too cheap. At the end of the day, he has time left on his contract. I don't see us short-sighting ourselves or putting ourselves in a sticky situation for a low ball offer. At the end of the day, we're kind of rolling the dice with Konate, which I hear that we sent out another contract proposal, but it looks like if push comes to shove, we're just going to roll the dice and say, you know what? You're on contract. You're going to be here. You're going to start. We're going to see where we are 12 months from now. So to me, regardless of what happens with Isak, I mean, if we pull it off, amazing. I'm always going to, it's the same thing as Wirtz. I'm not going to believe it until I see that he's in a Liverpool kit at the training ground. Other than then, I'm not going to entertain this because that's the energy I had for that big signing. And if you get Isak, I mean, Wirtz already is an afterthought, which is fucking absurd. Like the record-breaking transfer of this summer is an afterthought. Like none of us are talking about the fact that we have Florian Wirtz. It's what's the next thing? And then all of the sudden, Wirtz is just, it's almost like we didn't even get him, which is just insane. That shows the levels of this window. But I just think I agree with Jamie. This is going to take some time because Newcastle need to play their cards right. We need to play our cards right. But the player has made it clear that he wants to leave, and there's no indication of any other club. And at the end of the day, we have to sell someone first. I know that in the summer it doesn't matter, but you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Like you don't want to put yourself in a situation where I sign Isak, but oh no, I'm about to get fined because no one would buy Darwin Nunez. We got to get at least one guy out before we make this happen, and then go out and get.
Why would we get fined? I don't think we're going to get fined.
Well, I don't know how the rules work, but I know that if Isak comes in, we're over the allotted amount of non-homegrown players. So I don't know how that would work in terms of the season starting. If that just means that one of the players has to be chalked off and essentially his year is dead, which is kind of a fucked up thing to do. I don't know what all of the particulars are there. But
the homegrown thing, don't worry about it. Like genuinely don't worry about it because we're upgrading about 3 players from the under 21s into the homegrown slots now. So that's not an issue. That's just not an issue, honestly. I think the issue is we need to get rid of players because there's no slots for the other players to play. And that's why Diaz goes this week for me. I reckon Diaz goes by the end of the weekend, genuinely. I think Bayern Munich are putting a £60 million bid just today. And apparently we're after 65 with 10 million add-ons, 10 million euro add-ons, which takes it about to 71, 72 million.
We'll speak about Diaz in a bit.
Take the 60.
Listen, here's the thing, Mike. We don't need to sell to buy anyone. We've got the money because we haven't spent money over this last 6 years. We literally have lower spend than Brighton besides the summer.
I'm not talking about funding. I'm just talking about the actual size.
You said we'd get fined. We wouldn't get fined.
No, I don't know how it works. But if you go over the allotted amount of non-homegrown players, I would assume there's some sort of penalty that gets incurred.
But that's if you register them. Like you're obviously not going to register some of the non-homegrown players. Like Calvin Ramsey's not going to get registered.
Yeah, I guess.
Darwin Nunez probably isn't going to get registered, is he? Because we want to sell.
Yeah,
him.
Nunez definitely ain't going to get registered. And if Diaz leaves, that's another player who ain't going to get registered. Yeah.
So if we got a £60 million offer, £60 million pounds, not euro.
We got right now. How many? The 2 keepers,
homegrown,
non-homegrown. The 2 keepers.
We're completely full.
Yeah, we're completely full.
No, we're not. Yeah. Okay, count with me. The 2 keepers: Virgil, Konate,
Frimpong,
Robertson, Tsimikas 6, 7 Kirkes. Oh, is Kirkes under 21? Does he count under 21?
Kirkes is under 21.
Yeah, Kirkes counts under 21.
Frimpong is Dutch.
No, Frimpong is homegrown.
He's homegrown.
Really?
City Academy. Yep.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
So
Gravenberg, Soboslai. Wirtz, that's 10.
Gakpo.
No, wait. Endo is 11.
Yeah.
Okay, Gakpo, 12. 13, Ekitike. 14, Isak. 15, Salah. No, Diaz, if he's gonna leave,
okay.
By the way, even if Diaz is that 16, we got 17 non-homegrown.
So as of yesterday, Liverpool have 18 non-homegrown players and out of 18 spots.
Who are they?
That's Liverpool face a dilemma for exceeding non-homegrown limit. That was on the
here's the thing, Jamie. See this? Who this includes? It includes the likes of Chiesa, who we know is gone. He's literally not even went to the tour. Nunez is gone, so we're already at 16. You get what I'm saying?
Calvin Ramsey's non-homegrown as well. He's in the
squad.
Even
if I say okay, we keep Diaz, we're at 16.
The whole point of it was just to reinforce the idea that if this happens, it's going to take longer. That's all. Like if we want this to happen, we will get it done. I'm not worried about the homegrownness. It's going to take more time. Not to mention the fact that numero uno priority for me is Mark Gahey. Like, I'm not going into the season with 3 center backs.
Mark Gahey is homegrown as well.
I know that, and that needs to get done. I can't go into a season with 3 center backs. I don't care who my attack is.
I don't think we're buying Mark Gahey now.
No, we're definitely going to buy.
I think we're after that. I think we're after that young centre back that's been mooted around. Leone or something like that. Yeah, there was a report today saying Liverpool not going in for Guay. Now they're going to get him as a free transfer and move to a younger centre back because they believe Konate is going to stay at the football club now.
I saw that, but that was Graham Bailey, so that's like.
He's worth.
Listen, I don't care who it is. We need a body who can play center back.
But this kid's worth 35 million. Like you'll get Guehi for 40 million. Like you'll get Guehi for 40 million. I think Liverpool are going to wait right to the end of the window for Guehi.
Wait a year.
I think they're just going to wait right to the end of the window for Guehi because Crystal Palace need to sell him. They need to sell him. They have to make money off him. They're not a club that can just let someone walk out the door for 40 million.
They could just pull him Madrid.
The thing is with like this whole debate, first of all, I don't think we need to sell anyone to buy Isak. I think we're good. In terms of homegrown slots as well, we're good because, like I said, Chiesa hasn't even traveled to Hong Kong. So he's definitely leaving. There is links linking him to Atalanta. So that's a player out through the door. Nunez is gone. Yesterday, I saw one of the reports from one of the credible Saudi journalists, newspapers, where the guy basically says that essentially Inzaghi demands Darwin Nunez at Al Hilal. Yeah. So that's literally another one that's gone. So we're at 16. And by the way, we've counted Isak as well among them. So like I think the list that Jamie's talking about as well includes the likes of like Calvin Ramsey and shit, but they're not going to be there at the end of the season. Yeah. And even if they are, like we ain't going to register them anyway. Like why should we?
No, they just won't be registered. That's all.
Exactly. Why should we register Calvin Ramsey? Just get him a club on loan. That's it.
Costas can't be registered either. We don't need three left backs. We just don't.
Something's going to. Yeah. And it's not going to be Robertson. So
no.
Robertson's too influential.
Why not?
In the because Robbo's a leader in the dressing room, and you would rather get rid of Tsimikas than get rid of the leader in the dressing room. It's that simple. If I'm Arne Slot, I'm keeping seniority. I'm keeping leadership over, someone who's slightly more able than him, but doesn't possess any of the other intangible qualities.
Robbo's doing all the media all the interviews out in Hong Kong as well. He's too integral. Right.
He's a face of the club. He's one of the most senior members. He's not on that big of wages, and there's no point to let him go for the difference in quality versus the leadership aspect. I'd rather have his passion on the bench than Costas.
Also, Robbo's your fifth centre back choice as well.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Endo because Endo's number 6. Endo's 5th and Robertson is 6th.
Hey man, come on, man.
Let's send him down to 6, Jamie.
He's been playing centre back in pre-season, man. That's where Slot sees him, man.
It's scary.
5th choice centre back ain't that don't bother me.
How about we just don't see Robertson anymore, innit?
Yeah, I love Robbo.
Let's just not say Robertson and centre back in the same sentence.
Robbo got some of the most undeserved hate for making 3 mistakes.
Never bring that up ever again. Robertson left centre back will be
3 mistakes.
Yeah, he had 3. He had 3.
If you want to tell me 5th choice centre back, Endo.
I can't work out if that's heartburn or a heart attack I just had.
Even Gravenberch plays better at centre back. Listen, I've been on Robertson's case for quite possibly years now, right? It's not just this season. It's not just 3 mistakes. It's been a while. The decline has been almost simultaneous with Trent's in terms of defensive ability, and then he just went mute attacking wise. I don't know what we're talking about. Like Robertson has been in the gutter for a minute.
I agree with this.
I bet we're going to be shocked next season when Robbo plays more games than you think.
No, he would not.
Listen, I think that.
Oh my god!
I think
Jamie, why are you like this about Robertson? Jamie is so
my God, man.
everyone except Robertson.
Robbo's my guy, man. I love
he's
Robbo,
not.
Man.
He's a shadow of what he used to be, but he used to be the left. He used to be the best left back in the world. So clearly, any drop is going to be perception-wise dramatic. Right, but it's not actually
the best left back in the world. He's not even like top 10 in the league.
Okay. But take away the mistake against Saka away to Arsenal. Take away the mistake against Saka against Arsenal, and take away the penalty conceded against Real Madrid, which they didn't even score. The same mistake twice. Outside of those 2 moments,
it's
he
not
wasn't
just
that big.
Fulham red
It's-
card.
But
Hello.
hold
Okay,
on.
there we go. My
But
bad.
hold on.
Three,
It's
three,
not just
three.
big moments, however. It's not just big moments. It's not just what you did, it's what you didn't do. That's not easily visible. You understand?
He's not gonna.
So
He's not gonna be starting for us. He's a backup.
Have you suddenly forgot
Man
about all
United,
of,
Ahmad Diallo goal. That's another one.
Yeah, are you suddenly forgetting about all of the crosses that he missed, all of the deflections that?
Yeah,
That's what I
crossed
say.
man.
And I'm also remembering
All of the
the
lack
assist
of
that he had
any
against Real
attacking
Madrid. The
output.
assist that he had
But
against Liverpool.
look. But we're Galacticos now. Listen, or
Robbo's like literally at the scene of the crime in every
exactly.
one.
Exactly.
I'm not
Hey,
sitting here saying.
maybe if everyone defended better around him, he wouldn't have to be at the
Yeah,
scene of the crime.
I'm not sitting here
Oh.
Who's
saying.
around him? Virgil.
I'm not sitting here saying that he is a good.
Allow it.
Stop confusing
He's
my
literally next to Virgil van Dijk, baby. You would
God.
have next.
Any excuse.
You're acting
I-
like I'm saying that he's a good left back. I'm not. I'm saying that
The
he
quality
is
left
worth
back.
more to me than Tsimikas. Right now, currently, he's worth more than Tsimikas. That's it. I don't want Robertson at this club in the future, but it is what it is. I can't make everything happen in a single.
You know who
window.
I wanted this
Yeah,
club,
we
Mike?
can. We can.
Let me tell you who I wanted this club. Alexander Isak. That's why I fucking wanted this
Yeah,
club.
that's what I want.
We can sit up here and debate
Leave.
Robertson for the next 40
One
minutes.
thing I will say
That's why I
about
wanted
Robbo,
this
though.
club.
One thing I will
Alex,
say about
I
Robbo.
want to make something clear. I was the only one on Friday last show that said Isak and Fofana. Never forget. Everyone said Rodrygo and Ekitike chat. Never forget. Never
Yeah, but
forget.
I
you
was-
didn't-
I
you
wasn't
didn't-
here.
You didn't say Ekitike and
I didn't
Isak.
say
though,
Rodrygo.
So
I
Right
didn't say
here.
Rodrygo.
I want to
Do
make something
you have a
crystal
laugh
clear
for a
to
minute?
everyone.
Do you have a laugh for a minute? Apparently, Christian Eriksen might be going to Wrexham.
Oh yeah, that's a big one, isn't it? Yeah, that's a big one for them.
are they in the championship or are they in the one
championship.
below the championship? Oh,
Championship.
they're in the championship.
Oh, then yeah, they got promoted.
One
championship.
Has anyone ever done 1-1-1-1-1 back to
I
back
think
to back?
I
before?
think Luton did and then got relegated straight away from the Premier League, didn't they?
Oh yeah, Luton did actually. I know Bournemouth went from.
Bournemouth missed it by one, didn't he? The championship one. It was like a season.
Yeah, they went to Premier League within 6 years.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They went
That
from
was
League
with- that
Two
was
to
with Eddie
League One
Howe.
to Championship.
You're welcome.
Stayed in
You're
the
welcome,
championship for
American
1
and
year,
Canadian
then
owners.
got
You're
promoted.
welcome. You're welcome.
One thing I will say about Robbo, though, okay, just one thing is, if I want Kirkez to learn off anybody at Liverpool about how to play, a brilliant left back role and be able to be that attacking guy, just through what he's done experience-wise, not actually looking at him on the pitch, then I'd want Robbo to be that guy and not Kostas Tsimikas.
Yeah, of course. It's not even a debate. It's not even a debate.
That is dreadful.
Respect Tsimikas, mate.
He won us 2 cups, but you know what? It was nice, but the vacation in Greece is over. It's time to go.
When's the last time Robertson won us anything?
He won us a game against Real Madrid. You're welcome.
Wait,
I don't even want to be part of this.
I mean,
He just
played
said
more
he
games
won us
than
the
anyone
game
else
against Real
on
Madrid.
the left-hand
He
side.
verbatim
Well,
just
in the
said
league.
he won us the game against Real Madrid. I quit.
He
why would you say that? Because
Well,
even
because-
Robert in his prime didn't win us the games that mattered against Real Madrid.
Didn't he get the assist in the last game of the season, or was it the second to last game of the season?
Hey,
it was,
listen,
but we
guys.
didn't win. We drew the last game of the season.
What happened to
okay.
his?
All right, well, that's it then. That's all he did last
I
season.
think he actually quit. He also he assisted against City at home the year that we won the Premier League. That brilliant ball to Mo. But that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, man, but it's like you want to bring back Torres and Suarez and them, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
After a while, you have to
I'm
get
not-
rid
I'm
of him, innit?
We
I'm
got
not
an
saying I
upgrade,
want
and he looks
Andrew
good.
Robertson to start for me. I want Andrew Robertson to be my backup over Kostas Tsimikas. That's it.
And if Kirkis gets injured, what happens?
Robbo
becomes the starter.
will start the season guaranteed.
No.
I'm telling you,
No,
everyone.
that's something
It-
Arteta.
Let I tell you something, you fucking American, get the fuck out my club and go back to fucking America.
Fucking Robertson beat Real Madrid. Connor Bradley put in a performance. Connor Bradley put in a performance. Connor Bradley put in a performance against Real
Oh
Madrid.
my
Last time
God.
I saw that from Robertson was fucking 2019. Put the fries, in the bag.
In the
and out of
bag.
disrespect.
bro. We're talking about a backup here, okay? We're like,
Also,
we're
Jamie,
talking
1 second. No, 1 second. You as well. Jamie,
Yeah.
what bet you're willing to make right now? Bournemouth Kirkus starts. Name it.
Any bet you want, I don't care. I'll go naked on the stream.
Why is that the first thing that comes to your mind?
Yo,
I'm not sure if Sam's trying to get banned, but
a different.
Why weren't we surprised?
My bottom half is naked right now, so what's it matter?
Why were none of us surprised?
My wang is literally out right now, so what's it matter, man?
Please don't lay back like Tom Little, please.
Who even calls it a wang? Jeez.
Anyway, guys, on that note, you get
I'm
me.
being polite.
Mike, Jenny hates you, just so you know. Like, Jenny can't stand you. I don't know what it is, even though
Oh my god.
I don't. I like,
American violence.
but here's the thing. Like, it is what it is. She has an opinion. It's insignificant to me, but you can hold that opinion.
Mike, just please don't be wrong or strong. You know Robertson didn't win us the game against Madrid. Come on, you have to be honest. Who had a better performance, Bradley or Robertson? Be for real.
They both had an assist.
That's not the question, mate. I said who had a better performance.
You know, I think Bradley
The
might
level of
pitch it.
disrespect to Conor Bradley. The level of disrespect.
Didn't he give away a penalty?
He did, but you know what? Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie.
Well,
Okay,
I'll
I'll play your stat game. Okay.
Wait.
Robertson got 1 assist. Bradley got 1 assist. Robertson gave away 1 penalty. Bradley gave away 0 penalties. There you go. There you go. Even using the stats, Bradley had a better game. Stop it. You guys, Kirk has. You want to know something? I promise you that Arne Slot has had enough of some of these players. We just don't know it yet. Like, he's fully had enough of them. That's why Nunez scores a hat-trick against Stoke, and Slot is like, I don't give a shit, get him the fuck out. Now, I don't think he has the same resentment towards Robertson or something, but we all watch Liverpool Football Club. Every time Gakpo would play a pass to Robertson or Diaz would play a pass to Robertson.
That super strat is so disrespectful.
It always
That
ended
is so
up
disrespectful.
literally being cleared by the first man. We need to put the fries in the bag and remember exactly what happened last season. Let's not change the facts, because the facts are the facts. I counted, I think it was West Ham. The guy had, I think, 8-9 crosses, and like one of them actually hit the target. Guys, come on. Where are we going with this, guys? We cannot be sentimental. You all dislike Klopp for the sentimentality thing, and now you're being sentimental towards Robertson.
Who do you want to get rid of, Hussam? Tsimikas or Robbo right now?
Genuine answer, Robertson. Because Tsimikas, guess what? I want to win the FA Cup. I want to win the Carabao Cup. And if Kirkaz needs a rest at home to Leeds or at home to Burnley, I'm okay with Tsimikas playing. No problem. I know that I could be seeing Wirtz and Isak on the same pitch, and then Robertson gets sent off in the 3rd minute, and then we're screwed for the rest of the game.
Would everyone agree that Sergio Ramos was one of the greatest centre-backs in the modern generation, yeah?
Yes.
Here we go.
He had 30 red cards in his career.
Yeah, but that's a centre-back.
Yeah.
That's a centre-back.
A
Come on, Jamie.
defender's a defender, man. A defender's a defender.
No,
Robbo...
He was an animal.
At the end of the day, Slot doesn't even prefer Tsimikas over Robbo. So...
Yeah, no.
You know, Klopp didn't prefer Tsimikas over Robbo, so
we need a backup left back.
You know,
so Robbo's staying, man. Robbo would start the season.
You know what Simicast's problem is? Like, nobody really talks about this. Simicast's problem is he's got no pace. Watch him in games. Watch it when we try to break on a team. The ball that gets passed to him goes out or goes into space, and Simicast isn't there because they're used to Robbo being there. Like, they're used to him being in that position. Because
but look, we don't have Trent. We don't tend to play those diagonals anymore, so we don't have to worry about that.
The fact that we loaned out Owen Beck as well tells me everything about our left back situation.
Anyway, guys, can we get back to...
We gave him a new contract, by the way.
Hey, listen, Hussam, why is it that every week I come on this show, we have to be propping some dead player at our club, man? Listen, leave the Nunez, put the Nunez in the bag, put the Robbo in the bag, put the Tsimikas in the bag, just put all of them in the bag, innit?
I won't have disrespect for Robbo, man. No,
we can't get rid of him though, even if we tried.
Stop that.
Why? If we here's the real question. If we sign Isak, this goes through. Do we what do you think is the more likely outcome for the first game? A 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1 and Ekitike holds bench?
4-2-3-1, Ekitike holds bench.
Ekitike on the left.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1, Ekitike on the left.
Come on, Hussam. There has to be some compromise.
This guy wants to put the fucking Yao Ming of football left wing.
Yeah,
This guy wants to put Nikola
because of his
Jokic
play
left wing.
style. But he doesn't play like Nikola Jokic.
Brother. You ain't gonna
You want him to score headers?
You ain't gonna get me to do Ekitike.
There's no
prop.
Trent.
Wait. I'm the guy that from the beginning of the transfer window, everyone on the panel will tell you I wanted Ekitike.
Yeah, same.
What we're not gonna do is play Ekitike left wing. Number one, everyone needs to stop disrespecting Cody Gakpo like he's some bum. Number one. Number two.
But he's been holding bench.
No, he was not. He played Diaz up top. Also, I'm gonna call you out. Last time you were the one doing Nunez prop, keying with ends. Yeah, when you're trying to trigger me. So don't talk about propping media players when you prop the meatiest player in the whole team. So let's put the fries
You know it wasn't serious.
Hold on. So
you know I wasn't serious. So
you're saying that with obviously Gravenberch is suspended. You're saying that your front six is McAllister, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Ekitike, Salah, and Isak. If that goes through.
No, that's not mine.
We're gonna sign a damn minute.
Front six.
No, that's not mine.
2-3-1. 2-3-1 would be the 6 players.
Yeah. Because Gravenberch is suspended, it's going to be McAllister, Szoboszlai in the 10 Wirtz, on the right Mo, up top Isak, and on the left hand side Gakpo, and that's it.
I don't think Isak starts the season. He won't have a pre-season, so I think Ekitike starts the season.
Okay, you want to know something, Jamie? I actually accept that because today you want to know. Like, here's the thing that's pissing me off about this Isak thing. I'm between a rock and a hard place. Because today I came into the stream where I was speaking, the earlier on stream where I was doing the solo Liverpool stream, right? And I was saying to the guys, I actually literally said exactly what Jamie said. I said, guys, brace yourself. This is going to take time. I fully said that, right? And then someone in the chat, Leighton, big up Leighton if he's watching this, he was like, but here's the thing, Hussam. Newcastle need to start rebuilding and need to start buying players. So they don't have time to wait. So a part of me took a step back and I'm going like, okay, shit. This could be one of them things. I don't think there's an in the middle. I think this either gets done like in 3 weeks or in 3 days. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I think this is one of them things that either gets done like this, because according to Indy, who has become fucking top tier source this summer, like the Indy Kyla has become tier 1 source. Everyone need to put respect on Indy Kyla's
everything name, right this summer.
Everything.
He has not got a single word wrong, Indy Kyla. You get me? So big up to Indy Kyla. According to Indy Kyla, Isak's handed in a transfer request. So if Isak has handed in a transfer request, then
is this on Twitter?
Shouldn't take long.
If he puts in a written transfer request, then it's officially over because they have to sell him. But
that's what Indy said, isn't it?
Yeah, Newcastle is going to make it tough.
His lawyers are putting in a transfer request.
I don't think Liverpool can. Most football clubs. It's just Liverpool. They usually put the first bid in. They always know it's going to get rejected, so they can do some negotiating. Yeah, it's always a tester bid, ain't it, to see how you feel.
Yeah.
In this circumstance, I don't think Liverpool can afford to do that with Isak because you don't want to piss Isak off, or you don't want other teams to come in and go, "Hang on, we know the market now." So I think Liverpool just have to get this transfer right straight away. That's why I think it will take a bit of time because we're talking about the biggest transfer in British football history and what third highest in world history apparently. So you got to get all the numbers right, the lawyers, all that sort of stuff. It's going to take time, but I think we buy Isak for about 135 million personally. If that's including a player or whatever it is.
Euros or pounds?
Pounds. Yeah. Be £135.
By the way, I said 135 first time we spoke about this topic. Sorry, just quickly, big up to Asim and Sajjad, big up to the Born in Red community for the raid, big up to everyone who just walked in. Guys, you have 1,300 people locked in. Can we get the likes up? FSG are spending money. Isak is about to be a Liverpool player. We ain't even at 500 likes yet, guys. There is no way you listen to Isak news and you don't like the video. Close the live chat and hit the like button right now. And please go subscribe to all my brothers on the stream. I don't know why Lex is in the car. You get me? God knows why. Jamie, Phillips Football Chats, Kmack channel as well. Active, very active in this transfer window as well. Mike Das LFC in case he decides to ever upload. So go subscribe to all these guys' channels. And everyone just close the live chat and hit the like button on your way in. Let's go. Let's hit 500 likes ASAP. Anyway, let me just say this. Big up Asim. Let me just say this. I'm like genuinely torn between going like, you know what, Jamie's right, this could take 3 weeks, or going like this will be over in 3 days. Indy has become like David Ornstein of Liverpool news this summer. As crazy as it is, yes, the KFC worker, according to many, has become like the, you know, like our own Fabrizio Romano. You know, he's become the new Paul Joyce now. So if he's handed in a transfer request and put 1+1 with me, Jamie, Newcastle need to buy players.
Oh, yeah.
They need, and I mean, like, they really need to buy players, by the way. Watch this, yeah? Watch this. Look who's rejected Newcastle this summer. Ekitike, Mbuemo, James Trafford. Shall I keep going? I think we could get to like 5-6 players, by the way.
Isak's rejected them and he's there.
Yeah, there you go then. Isak's rejected them. You get me? How many players have actually rejected Newcastle? How many? Like 5-6?
Yeah, it's been a lot.
They need to get this stuff going, you know, like they need to actually start getting players in. The only player they got is bloody Anthony Ilanga for 55 million.
And they got rejected for him as well at first.
Yeah, like you get what I'm saying. Joao Pedro, that's another one that rejected them. Liam Delap, that's another one that rejected them. See, they were already at 6. So they need to get their shit together now, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Like they probably need to sell ASAP to start getting players to the door.
I've got a thing with Newcastle because Newcastle fans are upset about all this shit, and I hear it, yeah, right? But instead of having to go at Liverpool and Liverpool fans, look at your owners, right? Now, I know everyone says Newcastle can't spend what they want to spend because of PSR. I get that. But the way to get round this, and the way a lot of teams have got round it, is go and get a lot of £20 million players. Go and get yourself some £20 million players, yeah, that in a year or two's time that you can sell off and make profit on. That's how a lot of teams are doing it. That's how Chelsea do it, by the way.
Newcastle?
Yeah. Look, Newcastle got sources. They can do better in the market than they're actually doing, right? Amanda Stevely, I think, is a massive miss for them since she left. A lot of Newcastle fans, like, you know, they loved her. She was the heart of that football club. I don't think Newcastle are being run as well as people think they are. I really don't think they're being run well as people think they are, and
I agree.
They all this bitching and moaning about PSL. I get it, right? But there is ways around it, and you can get away. You can make your ways around it.
Isak.
You know,
look at what Newcastle have done. What Jamie's just said about £20 million players.
Improve their academy.
£20 million players were Sven Botman, unbelievable defender, Bruno Guimaraes. They were signed for like 20-25 million each. Like,
get more of them, man. Get more of them.
And you're absolutely right about
Stavely
leaving, but I think there's also some of the scouting committee went with her. I think there's people that left that club when Ashworth came in and when Mitchell came in, and I think they've lost some of the people that really made shrewd signings for Newcastle over the years.
Tall, Livramento.
Yeah.
They were saying what they should do is break the rules. No, not break the rules. Play within the rules.
Well,
play within the rules. You can do it. You can do it.
By the way, can I tell you something? That
Sunderland spent 109 million this summer already. They just got promoted. So why you're telling me Newcastle can't spend? I don't want to listen to this bullshit.
I agree.
James Trafford
and actually, let me make a point. Let me say something very important.
That was accepted.
I think Isak at the start of the window actually wanted to stay at Newcastle. I'll be honest with you.
True.
Then he realized this is amateur hour, and he's like, I'm out. Because he probably thought in his head, we've won a trophy, we've qualified for the Champions League. Let's try to get the best of the best players. And suddenly 6-7 very good Premier League players rejected them. And Isak's like, we don't even have a sporting director. Our sporting director is like Eddie Howe and his brother or some shit. So he genuinely thought that this is like amateur hour and I'm out of here. And the quote today is very telling. Isak doesn't want to play in the Champions League. He wants to win it. And even if he thought Newcastle had a 2% chance of winning it, he might have stayed. But with the signings that they're making, I mean, he plays with Elanga and the national team. He literally plays with Alanga in the national team. He knows like they didn't add no superstar player. Meanwhile, he's watching Liverpool sign Florian Wirtz and he's like, nope, fuck this, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. So he's just getting his packing his bags, wants to leave. I make something very clear today, even before Fabrizio said it. The ones who were watching me earlier will literally vouch and tell you. I told you, Isak wants to join Liverpool, and Liverpool want to sign Isak. The thing that I want to explain to every single one of you guys is this is all down to Newcastle. This is all down to Newcastle. This whole price thing, they have a player that's unhappy that wants to leave. I believe Liverpool will try with 120 and then they'll go to 130, possibly 130 plus 5 in add-ons. Now, here's the thing. If we go to 130 plus 5 and Newcastle reject it, I don't know if we're going to go in again unless Isak kicks up a fuss and wants to leave and is like, I want to get out of this, like to that level, you know? So that's what I'll say.
No, I agree.
Pick up 2 guys on their phone, 1 guy texting a side check. Hi, Kmack. You have any idea what you want to say? Say something, brother. Save us.
Sorry, someone was just saying Bruno was like over 40 million. He was 30 million euros.
He was bought for 25 million pounds from Lyon.
Yeah, by that, yeah.
Klopp didn't want Bruno Guimaraes, by the way. Not Klopp. Remember 3 weeks ago when I said John Ekitike stopped us from signing players? This was one of the players he stopped us from signing.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. Yeah, I think I think the Isak thing is just really telling. It's like the guy was giving them all the signs. Look, I want to stay. Just offer me a new contract. Give me more wages. Make me the highest paid player at least, because I'm like the 2nd, 3rd best striker in the Premier League, and those guys are on 400, 500 grand a week, and I want to stay at Newcastle. And then they just decided, nah, we think he's on good enough wages, and because he's got 3 years left, it's fine. And that's just a dumb move. It's just a dumb move. And I think they just riled him up the wrong way. And then he's just looked around and he's seen maybe the grass is greener. Like, maybe I'm probably only going to win like an FA Cup or maybe the Europa League in the next like 3-4 years. And for me, like, no slight on Newcastle, like, but I think Isak's progressed faster than the club, and he's outgrown it.
Yeah,
And
just shout.
100% he's outgrown.
Simple as that.
I didn't know this, but Isak is only on 120 grand a week base. He's got no bonuses on top of that. He's arguably for his age range, him and Haaland are the best strikers in the world in their age range. Obviously, you got Lewandowski and all that are about to retire, right? But in their age range, they're arguably the 2 best strikers in the world. And he's on 120 grand a week. Obviously, he's going to go to Newcastle and go, look, I'm the guy. I need to be paid like the guy. This is not a dig at Newcastle or anyone. Liverpool have had this as well, right? You've got to pay these top players the money that they should be on. You know, and Isak, for the striker he is, should be close to 300 grand a week, because he's going to be 26 as the season starts. He's a proper, complete striker. You know, you could argue as a whole footballer, he's probably better than Haaland, yeah? Haaland's probably just a little bit better of a goal scorer, but it's a complete package. You'd argue Isak's the man, right, in Europe right now. And he's on 120 grand a week. Newcastle need to pay him like the top man he is. The problem is, I've heard from the Newcastle side of things, is it that Craig Hope, the journalist for them? He's been saying basically if Newcastle really can't afford to give him that contract because of the PSR concerns in the background and stuff like that, because they don't sell players. So, Newcastle, it's not fair PSR. I've always said this. I don't like PSR. It does make the rich teams richer. But there is ways around it, and I think Newcastle have not, done what they should have done when they got their new owners in my opinion, and gone about it a bit of the wrong way. But, if they sell Isak, apparently they can be 5 years, they can be fine with PSR or something, someone was saying today. So that would be, if they do that, they sort their PSR out, they get more revenue next year, because I think their revenue is only 250 million. Same as Aston Villa's. So next year, selling Isak, Champions League money, it'll probably go up by 80 to 100 million. So PSR won't be a problem for them next year. And actually, Newcastle can go and build their team even better next summer than they can this summer by selling Isak. So in theory, it might actually make Newcastle a stronger side for the years to come if they actually sell Isak than keeping him.
I've been saying this and people call me crazy. I've actually been trying to look at this as well, just as you said it. I've actually been saying Newcastle fans don't deep. Bro, you have an A-star player. You ain't going to win the league. You're going to win the league if you're lucky 4 years from now, 3 years from now. What do you need Isak for now? You actually need to raise your floor. You want to know what your floor is? Joe Willock. That's your floor. Never mind Isak. Forget Isak. We all know Isak's going to do his thing. By the way, Shaq always speaks about this. Sometimes I like to use like an example from a different sport because you can relate. Shaq always says, listen, the superstar is going to get his 25 points, 30 points anyway, but it's down to the others. How many times the people who watch like inside the NBA and stuff have heard Shaq talk about the others win you championships 100 million times? And anyone who watches NBA will tell you, one of the reasons why, you know, the Warriors beat the Celtics is Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, all these guys gave the Warriors very serious minutes. Now we get it. Isak is like, you know, your Steph, your main guy. But you're not ready to win now. So
but they don't have a Clay, they don't have a Draymond, they don't have a
exactly.
KD.
So what do? You sell Isak and you increase your floor. You try to get B+ level players. You try to get B level players. And now all of a sudden you become a consistent Champions League club.
True.
That's it. You ain't, by the way, everyone knows. Let's remind some people of something because many people seem to have short memories. But I remember. Just so you guys know, Newcastle beat PSG with Mbappe 4-1 like 2 years ago. They were already in the Champions League. But guess where they finished the season that they were in the Champions League? 8th, because they couldn't handle 2 games a week. Oh, Tonali gets injured, God forbid. Guess who they're playing now? Sean Longstaff. I know he's off to Leeds, but it's just an example. Joe Linton is injured, God forbid. Guess who they're playing? Joe Willock. Lewis Smiley. That's why I'm saying you need to improve your floor. And people talk to me like I'm crazy. Wataru Endo would make Newcastle better because it increases their floor. Elliott would make Newcastle better, by the way. Tsimikas would make Newcastle better because it increases their floor. That's the thing that people don't get. Why the hell do you think Newcastle wanted Kwanzaa and Gomez? For what? Because they wanted them to displace Botman and Schär? No, because they wanted a third-choice centre-back that's at least levels. Because every time one of them goes missing, Dan Burn pulls through. Ooh, shiver me timber. Come on, man. Where are we going?
Listen. Careful with the Dan Burn disrespect, innit?
One thing I will say about Isak as well, which has come out recently, because there was an interview, I think it was with the Times or someone like that today, is the Newcastle team aren't too pleased with him. Like Bruno Guimaraes literally said, I don't really care what he's doing. Like, I want to focus on the team. I want us to get better. Hopefully he's fit, blah, 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 blah. But they're all kind of sweeping this one under the carpet. And this just might be a moment where he can't go back. Like, Newcastle might dig the heels in like we did with Coutinho and say, you're not going anywhere, because we did. But I don't know whether he could go back into the team. Like, after all of them knowing that he pulled a sickie and he's put on a transfer request and he wants to move. I don't know whether you can put the genie back in the bottle once this has happened now. So I think there's one outcome really, and I think it's Liverpool FC, if I'm completely honest.
Look, if I'm a player of Newcastle right now, and we've gone on this training camp to Singapore to start pre-season as a group with us, and our talisman has not come because he wants to leave, and he's still there when I get back. I'm having a word. Do you know what I mean? I'm not happy about it.
Sure.
I'm not happy about it. So I saw Dan Burns' interview today, which is a bit weird because he was looking at me that way, and then his eye was down like somewhere else. It was really strange, man. But who's talking like, Isak is a great player, and I hope he's there when we come back. And the boys,
he's reading.
You know what I mean? It was like, have you been told to say this? Because you look like you've just been punched in the face before they put you in the camera. Yeah, it was weird, man.
It just, to me, it just sounds like PR damage control over an organization that can't make up their mind. Like Hussam said, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. And unfortunately, I disagree a little bit with Kmack on the idea of these guys are professionals. If the guy who signs your check says you're going to have to play nice with him, you're going to play nice because I pay you 120 grand a week to fucking kick a ball around a field. So if he's going to stay, he's going to stay and you're going to like it. But the downside of that is that that's 1 year less on Isak's contract. That means that that's money that's coming off of the transfer that I'm paying you. Right now is the maximum amount of money that you will ever get for Alexander Isak. Whether that's 10 million, whether that's 20 million, it doesn't matter. The value will go down. I think he has 3 years left on his deal. I think it ends in 2028. So then that would reduce a whole nother year, which means that, 135 is now probably like 105, maybe even 110. And ultimately, you need to maximize this. If the guy says he wants to leave, it's kind of like, you're being dealt the card of death. You have to play the hand, and you have to hope that I can turn this around in the next 5 weeks, because if they get 135 million pounds, you want that as quickly as possible, because you're going to need to spend every single cent that Liverpool gives you. They're going to have to turn around and spend all of that money just to try to salvage a decent season. And then they're probably going to have to spend money in January if things aren't exactly working, considering that their aspiration this season is probably to finish in the top 6 and hopefully get to the knockout round of the Champions League. If that happens, I would say that's a very successful season for Newcastle. But like the issue is that every day that passes, you're losing more time. And unfortunately, if Liverpool don't get Isak, it's no sweat. We're fine. We already broke the fucking transfer record. I already got in Ekitike. This is just like extra sprinkles on top of the cake. At the end of the day, I'm going to be in the same position no matter how this outcome ends, because I'm probably going to go and sign a center back. And if I can't get this over the line, I'll probably go out there and I'll get myself a left winger, whether that's Malik Fofana or Rodrygo, and I'll be cooking, and people are still going to say that I'm the favorite. But you're not going to be able to spend that 135. You're going to probably have a disgruntled season. You're going to probably not be as successful as you wish you were. And then you might even get forced into selling him in January. What happens if shit hits the absolute fan and all of a sudden he just starts saying, you know what? I'm just not going to try on the pitch. Because legally, if he shows up, there isn't really much that you can do. The last thing you want is a disgruntled player. But to me, they got to get this done ASAP. They need to do this immediately.
I'm going to put it right here now. If we don't get Isak for whatever reason, like Newcastle dig the heels in or whatever they do, I think we sign Bradley Barcola. Not Rodrygo.
I'm trying to see who the fuck Newcastle are linked with other than Sesko, but I can't even find news to who they're linked with.
Yeah, they're only linked with Wissa and Sesko.
Yeah, Wissa.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've seen. Just Wissa and Sesko.
By the way,
have you guys seen any other?
That's two good replacements for Isak.
By the way, Newcastle take the piss as well. 25 million for Wissa. You're having a laugh. A goal scorer in the Premier League. Newcastle fans come on
20 goal scorer. Yeah, exactly.
25 million. Right? Yeah, no, don't take the piss, man.
Come on, small club.
Richard Hughes wants Barcola, by the way.
Yeah, but Barcola's not for sale.
Wants Barcola. He wants Barcola ahead of Rodrygo.
I don't want Barcola.
He's not leaving PSG. I don't think that's happening.
I like Barcola, but I don't think he's going to leave.
Well, he might be if they sign Rodrygo.
Do we all agree that? Do we all agree that if we sign Isak, that Rodrygo's off the table?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's never.
Yeah. Isak and a center back. If we get Isak,
no, not necessarily, because I think a lot of the money that has been spent, like for instance, I think we can buy Isak without being in financial trouble. Yeah.
No, we can spend.
No, exactly. Now, if you factor in selling Nunez, selling Diaz, and maybe Elliott or whoever else, that the accumulation with what we could have spent originally plus that money means we could actually still go and get Marguehi, still get Rodrygo, and quite possibly even get a centre mid, like a 40 mil centre mid somewhere, like a Ederson or something. I don't even know if Ederson's still available.
I don't think we're touching the midfield this summer.
No, we're not.
I think we should. I think, but don't you think we should?
No.
You
I'm
sure?
Fine. Yeah, Curtis Jones, Endo, Gravenberch, Soboslai, McAllister, Wirtz. I've got 6 quality midfielders.
Aren't we overrating Soboslai as a 6/8?
Yeah,
I'd rather have him at right back, innit?
Szoboszlai playing in his natural position of a 6+8.
By the way, FK just sent it to me. According to Nicolo
Really?
Shearer, only 2 players that they actually are interested in is Sesko and Wissa, no one else.
This is a really good
Arnie
player,
Slot.
by the way. Like, not like he would do really well for Newcastle.
It
Small
doesn't-
club doing small club things, in it.
Yeah, he's a
It
good
doesn't
player.
matter. It doesn't matter what we think of Szoboszlai. At the end of the day, Szoboszlai is someone that Arnie Slot likes, and there's a reason why he played him in the 8, the
Dream
last
man
game of
play.
the season. Yeah, he's not that
The
bad.
man
The
play
only-
but the team is changing drastically now, and he played
Okay.
that right back the other day. I'm just saying.
He's not.
so
yeah.
underrated. It's
We're
mad.
gonna-
I'm just saying.
We're not going to touch midfield. I don't think anyone in the
Wait,
other than Harvey
who's
Elliott-
underrated? Who's underrated?
Szoboszlai,
Oh, give me a break.
extremely underrated.
Yeah, with the best final pass in the world, isn't it? Come on.
Yeah, but I don't think Salah gets the GA he did last season if Szoboszlai weren't doing his running for him. You have to remember, it's more to look. I think with football, what people fans sometimes don't realise is that players function at their best when they got other players doing the hard work for them. Sometimes, yeah. So Salah
True.
said at the end of the season he didn't need to run back all the time, yeah. So Szoboszlai was our legs in that team. He's also our best presser from midfield as well.
Yeah.
And he was doing that running up and down as well, with kind of Bradley and Trent at times on the right hand side. That allowed Salah to stay further up the pitch and just be the demon that he is in front of goal without wasting his time and helping out the fullback. So Szoboszlai did it for him. Now, did that take away from Szoboszlai's natural game? I think it did. But what he did was say, right, what's best for the team? This is best for the team, and go on with it. I think Szoboszlai is a good football man. I think he's a good footballer that we do underestimate and underrate a little bit. Look, Valverde, I'm not saying he's the same or a better player or equally as good as
It's
Valverde.
similar.
But if you look at what Valverde does for Real Madrid and what Szoboszlai does for Liverpool, it's very similar. They're the workhorses, they're the pressers,
But-
they're the ones who let the bigger
Jamie,
players do their thing. You know what I mean?
I think that with the addition of Wirtz, when you see Szoboszlai playing behind someone of that creative caliber in front of him, it's good. I'm telling you right now, when the midfield 3 is going to be McAllister, Wirtz, and Szoboszlai, you are going to see a completely different version of the player because of the fact that the progressive space is being occupied by a more creative player, which means that Szoboszlai has more space to do what he wants. When Szoboszlai, when he was given space this season, if you go back and you watch his highlights, when he had space and time, he was excellent. Right? He was excellent against City. He was excellent against Tottenham. He was excellent in the whole latter part of the season when he had space. If you put someone else in the 10, Szoboszlai gets more space, and he has the legs to cover as much ground as the guy wants. And ultimately, he is a technically good footballer. I just think that his strengths were not highlighted because of the way that we played. But by adding Wirtz, you're going to highlight his strengths.
And his strengths, look, when he's on the ball with time and space in a deeper position, you see how much of a good player he's on the ball. He's not as good as Wirtz in the 10 lane. Like Wirtz is a different breed, you know. Wirtz
different. Totally different.
Jamie, I have an
Exactly.
opinion. I want to see if you agree with it or not because you brought up Szoboszlai. I think this season we're going to play differently. The best form of defense is attack. And I think we're going to defend by keeping the ball. We're going to do what City do.
Yeah, high up the pitch.
Actually, you want to know something? City maybe not do it as much.
He don't
as they
really
used
keep
to.
the ball like they used to.
Yeah,
no.
but like,
like PSG. It's
like
gonna
you
be
remember City like
PSG.
3 years ago where they would just have like 70% possession, 75% possession, and the other team is just parked in. I think that's how we're gonna defend. If you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I think Szoboszlai. I think there's going to be a lot of games next season when people like McAllister and Gravenberch are all swapping out for Szoboszlai in that deeper part of the pitch. I think Slot's going to rotate more in that double pivot than he did this season. Because this season just gone, he didn't really trust anyone to come into that DM position in that double pivot, did he? Yeah. Now with the players that he's bought, you can actually afford to put Szoboszlai in that deeper position. So there's another rotational player that the manager can trust so people can get more rest. So I think Gravenberch, he was running to the ground last season. Even I admit that because I don't really believe in tiredness in footballers when they're 23 years of age. Just mad. But
incoming Jamie February rant about
fatigue.
Yep. But
you guys remember how rattled he was about fatigue like 3 months ago?
But
Why
when
do we
Gravenberch,
keep giving
Didn't
them
you leave the
excuses?
stream?
They're all footballers. They
Didn't you
kick a
actually
ball
leave
for
the
a
stream
living.
because of fatigue? Because of the
Yeah.
fatigue question.
He rage quit the stream because of fatigue, by the way.
fatigue does my nutting, man. Fatigue has been a single parent with 4 kids or something like that. That's fatigue, man.
That's fair.
So Bosley swapping in for Gravenberch in games next season at the equal position will benefit Gravenberch towards the end of the season. So he weren't blown out like he did last season. The slot automatically has got more players now he can rotate and trust. And I actually think Endo won his trust at the end of the season as well. And I think that's why Endo's still here. Because I think he's seen Endo now and gone like, I can bring him on for 20 minutes in games and he's my
with
closer.
the gum shield.
Yeah, he's the greatest closer in sport. I don't care what anyone says, man. It's not a
Mariano Rivera of Liverpool.
When Endo's on the touchline about to come on, I'm like this. I'm chilled. I know the game's over. We've done.
It's done.
Exactly. Yeah. Facts. Big
Endo
facts.
Someone's getting
Unless
white
it's
card
against
as well.
Arsenal. Unless it's
Get me
against
2 more
Arsenal.
endos, man.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play Nunez.
The interesting thing about Dom as well is Dom did an interview, I think it was last season, where he was asked like, so what is your game then? Is it more offensive or defensive? And he basically said it's 60% defensive, 40% offensive, and that's the sacrifice he makes. He even said it. He said he sacrifices his offensive work now for the team.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll do it next season though. I think he'll be more offensive. I think he'll probably end up maybe taking some free kicks as well next season.
Yeah, he doesn't
be
need
a
to
bit
do
more
it.
involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I get excited, man. We've got a squad, man. The squad. If you look at the squad now, we're talking about players there's quality players we're talking about who might not make the first 11. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
true.
it's benefiting all of us, ain't it? It's benefiting all of us.
I just think that people need, like, the number one thing that we learned the first season under Slot is how the man can change your perception of a player and how he can highlight the qualities of certain individuals. No one was expecting Ryan Gravenberch to be that guy this season. He became that guy. You add new tools into the toolbox, the rest of your tools are going to look better. If Wirtz comes in, Salah's going to have more space. Gakpo is going to have more space. Ekitike is going to have more space. Ekitike is going to provide more space for Wirtz and for Gakpo and for Salah, vice versa, so on and so forth. So, like, I'm not going to hold the same judgments that I have towards players that I did last season coming into this season because I've added new weapons. And with new weapons means new opportunity. And I know that at least there are a certain few players who have the fundamentals to be better. And I think Szoboszlai is one of those players. I think Curtis Jones is one of those players. And we also have players who don't have those fundamentals. And that's why I think that they're being shown the door. But ultimately, we're going to see a completely different side, an evolution to what we saw last season, and everyone is going to benefit from it. So I'm expecting to see better things from even McAllister, who I would already say is world-class, but now you're putting more world-class pieces around him. You're going to end up saying, well,
I
was just trying to
good
check
could
this
he
right
get?
now. How long is Gravenberch suspended for? Because you guys
Just
said
the one game.
games.
Just the opening
No,
game of the season.
Oh, I thought
It
was
is
2.
3 games.
No, it's just the opening game of the season.
No, one.
Are you guys 100%?
He can play. He can
It
play
was a
Charity
double
Shield.
yellow. Was it a double
Yeah,
yellow?
No, it was a red, but it was.
It wasn't
it weren't-
dangerous play.
It wasn't dangerous play red. A dangerous
Okay,
play red is
fair
3
enough.
games, ain't it? He can play the Community Shield, but he can't play the opening day of the season.
We don't need him against Bournemouth. It's going to be McAllister and Szoboszlai in the pivot anyway.
Bournemouth have sold off their squad.
Yeah, Bournemouth are in trouble, man. Can I just say something on? I think there's all these transfers and that we're all gushing over about, and rightly so, and praising Mark Edwards and Richard Hughes. I just want to take one moment to praise Arne Slot, man, because I was told this manager had no pull. Who's Arne Slot? Who's this guy? What is he saying to these guys on the phone, man? Because Wirtz said it. He said he went as soon as I had that conversation with Arne Slot, I knew what I was doing. You know, Ekitike, Fringbomb.
Maybe that's why Isak turned in the request.
Yeah, exactly.
On the phone, innit?
You know, we talk about the best young coaches in the world, yeah. No one ever mentions Arne Slot. He's this new breed of young coach that just seems to know his game. He's got. I think he's an excellent manager and an excellent coach. And one thing I want to say, the way Arne Slot has dealt with the Diogo Jota situation, what happened with his death and all that, and how he's been with the families, the fans, the team, the lads around him. and how he's kept everyone going, upbeat, and you see him in training yesterday with a full house, and Arne Slot's a great guy, man, and a great manager, and we're lucky, man. We're lucky, and I think he's going to show the world how good he is next season as well. Because what I love about Arne Slot, he ain't scared about building a Galacticos team. He wants the pressure because he says we're Liverpool, and Liverpool should have pressure every season because they're going for every big trophy. So credits, I'll give Slot all the credit in the world, man. I think we give people like Mark Webb and Richard Hughes credit this summer because what they're doing in the market, rightly so, but Arne Slot, man, he's the key to it all, if you ask me.
I also think he needs a huge amount of credit with what he dealt with Trent, Mo, and Virgil last season. Also the fact that every single press conference was the contracts. I mean,
he just threw them, didn't he?
Like this. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Didn't they get to him? In the end, the press never really asked him any more questions about it, did they?
No.
They were like, he just, whatever. And then, look, Salah and Virgil stayed at Liverpool, Arne Slot. I think Slot's got, we're lucky, man. Great manager, great coach, great human.
I agree with you completely because the thing with Wirtz is they said, obviously he was very interested even more in the move after the Slot had the conversation with him. So, I really like that, to be honest with you.
You heard about Virgil as well. Virgil spoke to Wirtz.
Just quickly before, he did. I actually did see that. Just before we speak about just before we do super chats and wrap up, what do you guys Lex? I know because you got to go in a second because obviously he's waiting for you. What do you think of this Luis Diaz situation, guys? Let's get the likes up as well. Everyone, please like and subscribe right now. Let's get to 500 likes. Just what do you think of this Diaz to Bayern situation? Do you think he stays? Do you think he ends up leaving? Where are you with it all?
I think he ends up leaving. I think he wants to go. I think Bayern are willing to at least get really close to whatever valuation we have for him. And also, I think it would be a big boost in quite possibly, knock on wood, quite possibly going for Rodrygo. Even though I know it's kind of a bit too much, but at this point in time, I just think just expect the unexpected at this point, innit? Because nothing that has happened so far in this window I've expected. Pretty much. In terms, I never expected Trent, never expected.
Do you think Bayern are going to pay up?
I mean, they are showing willingness, 3 bids consecutively, increasing each time. I mean, they're getting closer to whatever valuation we have for him. And I think we actually overvalue him. But it makes sense because of the left wing market right now. It's like if you're going to lose Diaz, if you want to replace him and have that competition there for that spot, it quite possibly needs to be like a Diaz replacement in Rodrygo or, so. And I don't even think maybe a Kvaratskhelia, players of that echelon. That's who I'd replace him to get an improvement on him. And then even to think of players that are currently on his level, there are very few. So it goes to say that, all right, maybe that's why the valuation would be that high, because you still can get a good 3 years out of him. Now, I would love to replace him with Rodrygo. I think if that, I think that's the only reason we would let him go. And that I think the only reason we should let him.
Rodrygo and Isak.
Given the fact that I think we can buy Isak without actually having any money come in right now, getting money for Nunez, Diaz, quite possibly whoever else we're going to sell, should make it even that much more easier to go and get Rodrygo in it. But I think that's also a way more difficult deal to pull off. But it might not be that difficult because Real Madrid seem as if they don't really. He'll have to work really hard to get his spot back in the team, which to me makes 0 sense. But hey, to each their own, innit? I just think if the opportunity presents itself and we lose Diaz, then we should try and get him. Which might be a lot.
I'm shocked that people think we can still sign Rodrygo.
No chance.
Hey, brother, I've said no. I said no chance about
Rodrygo would be
Wirtz.
another 100 million, bro. I think it's just To me,
Too much.
I don't think Rodrygo wants to leave. I think that if there is even a 5% chance that he thinks he can obtain a starting position at Real Madrid, he's going to stay. He wants to be.
So no Rodrygo, keep Diaz.
Well,
So
like,
two things on Rodrygo. Yeah, Real Madrid are sending Endrick out on loan. Okay, so that's one forward gone. Yeah, Arda Güler has really pissed Real Madrid off as well by his public comments about not getting the number 10 shirt. So I don't know how that's going to sit now, because he automatically thought he was going to be given the number 10 shirt. Seriously?
I mean, he should I mean, that's my opinion, but I wouldn't be against it.
So then you got 3 forwards. Well, your 3 forwards are literally Mbappe, Vinny, and Rodrygo. They're your 3 forwards. Rodrygo plays. Like,
to me, it's just like
in my head, I just know come the end of this whole thing, Rodrygo's gonna go like, I want to stay at Real Madrid and prove to the manager.
Oh, I think he wants to stay as well.
That type, you know, like.
But the bigger thing to me
I'm
is
in Rodrygo's place. By the way, I call Xabi Alonso tomorrow and I go like, bro, I want to leave. If I'm not starting, I want to leave. But I just don't think he thinks that way.
I think Rodrygo's a bit. Personally,
what I don't understand is
tell us how you really feel, Jamie.
He's basically been told that we don't want you here. Xabi Alonso barely brought him on and gave him minutes in the club. They needed a goal. They needed a goal.
They flew him to the US and he was walking around New York City.
And they needed a goal in the final, and he just sat there. He's
being rejected.
I don't want you, and he's like, I want to stay at Real Madrid. It's my dream. Get over yourself, man. Grow up, a set, move. We're coming into August. We're a week away from August, yeah. It's going to be difficult to get him out of Real Madrid in that time frame, especially for Liverpool when the season starts in in 3 weeks' time for us. So, yeah, I think the Rodrygo train's gone. I'd be surprised if he leaves, but plus 85 million quid, I think he costs. He's already on 200 grand a week, so you're looking at big wages there when we've just spent big wages and big deals elsewhere. He would have been a great signing, but if you're telling me I've got Ekitike and Isak and Wirtz, whoever that is, Ekitike, Isak and Wirtz and all these players. I'm
He's
not
the Brazilian Ekitike.
Hey, but listen, don't be surprised if you see Ekitike play a few games after left next season.
Yeah, me neither. I think he will.
I wouldn't be surprised, but
don't be surprised to some.
I just don't think that's how
we're trying to play like Shaq left wing.
He said in an interview today, by the way, you can go.
He's gonna be like he's literally gonna be the tallest player ever.
Have you watched him, Hussam?
My brother. Let me tell you something.
He can literally do it.
Okay, let me tell you something because I'm older than you. You know who else was tall and very technical? Peter Crouch. You could never. By the way, if you disrespect Peter Crouch right now and say he wasn't technical, you're a fraud. Do not lie.
I'm not going to say that. No, I'm going to say that Ekitike is 3 inches shorter.
Mobility alone, he can.
And he's faster. Come on,
I don't think that we should die on the whole.
He doesn't play wide, though. He's not going to have to play wide because you're going to have Kirkes bombing on. So he's going to cut inside.
It'd be a left inside forward.
Exactly. You see it, Hussam? You see? All right.
Inside forward.
What I can't wrap my head around is
we're not playing touchline.
Who is running Bayern Munich now? Like how did they fall so hard so fast? How have they become such a shit institution that employs Vincent Kompany, that had Thomas Tuchel as their fucking manager, and now after getting fleeced 3 years ago for Sadio Mane, who played for 12 months and then took his ass to Saudi Arabia, they want to
run with the Diaz money.
And they want to buy Sadio Mane's backup for 65 million quid, who's had one decent season in the last 4 fucking years, and they think that is going to be.
Tell them how you feel. Tell them how you feel.
Again, I just don't understand who's running that club. I will happily fleece you and steal your money once again, no problem. Sadio Mane was for half that price, but I used to kind of like Bayern Munich when I was a kid. Like I loved Frank Ribéry and Iron Robin. What has happened to that institution?
It's
How
Diaz
have they
can be the
fallen
next
like
Frank
this?
Ribery.
wages.
No,
It's
he
a-
fucking can't. No,
It's a-
you don't be so You had a Colombian attacking you on a week-to-week basis, and now you're going to sit here and say that Luis
Ian, that
Diaz
Colombian
is the
have
next
made-
Iron
Oh
Robin.
yeah.
It's
Actually, I
the
know that he's watching right now.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up, man.
His sister passed away
oh,
a week ago. You know, and I sent him my
Mm.
condolences as well. So from this, obviously from this channel, we send you our condolences. Big up to
yeah,
you,
man.
Gola.
Love to you,
And
man.
God
Love
be
to
with
you.
you in this time.
love,
But
love.
listen, me and the Colombians made peace, man. There's no longer any beef
Yeah,
with Colombia.
same.
Listen, this is how much it switched up the whole Colombia thing, right? When that same guy was doing videos, he's now saying Hussam is actually objective about Diaz. Tom and Jamie are the crazy ones. So, yeah. Anyway,
I mentioned Diaz in time. In fact, the only thing I said about Diaz is he's had a good season.
you literally acted like your daughter was kidnapped in the Amazon. Have some.
Yeah.
I just
was
don't
all
get
the-
it, bro.
Window a lot.
Like who here actually thinks that Luis Diaz is worth 65 million pounds?
Do you know
I
what?
do.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
You know
Bayern
the
Munich-
problem with you, Mike, is sometimes you don't.
He
assess.
is worth 65.
No,
No. Hold on. Hussam, I
wait,
know
you
he is
hold
worth
on.
that on.
You hold on.
He's worth that on paper because of what other players have been
Listen
sold for.
here.
But is he worth that on ability?
Listen to me. Listen. Noni Madueke was purchased for 52 million pounds. Anthony Elanga was purchased for 55 million pounds.
Those are terrible
You
signings.
best believe I think Diaz is worth at least 60. Let's not play this game.
I'm not talking
True,
about market. I'm
true.
just talking about pure
Actually,
ability.
you want to know something? If I measure it based on Madueke, they're worth 70. They're worth 75. He's worth 80.
Do you know
I think he
why?
goes for
Right,
70.
do you know why?
100 mil.
Do you know why Bayern Munich are so want Luis Diaz? Because everyone keeps saying, like, why aren't they just going for Rodrygo for a similar price? The reason they're not going for Rodrygo is because they need to get their wages down. Max Erbal's main job as sporting director there is to cut the wages of Bayern Munich, because the German league isn't as prosperous as it used to be, and they got a lot of teams on a lot of players on massive wages. So they need to get the wages down. Luis Diaz is on 55 grand, 60 grand a week. So that's why they're looking at someone like Luis Diaz instead of Rodrygo, because if they bring Luis Diaz in and just double his wage, what is it, 150 grand a week? So with Rodrygo, they'd have to go to 250, 300. That's really why they're after. That is why Liverpool played the long game with them, because they know they need Rodrygo more, that they need Diaz more than Liverpool probably do. And, you know, they're willing to wait on the right money. Like,
To
eventually,
be fair, with Isak and
right deal.
Ekitike, would any of you be mad if we just kept Diaz?
No,
I wouldn't be mad if we kept Diaz.
he's
but the
got
problem
2
is,
years left on his deal. I don't need to sell him. I don't need to sell him.
I don't think
If
at
all
this moment in
Bayern are
time-
offering is 60, keep him and you can get
Guys.
60 anyway next summer.
Guys, you're missing the
50,
point.
60.
You're missing the point. Diaz is asked to leave. So no, I
Yes.
don't want to keep him.
See,
I
okay,
don't
we
wanna
have
keep
to be
him.
fair here. If Diaz
has
did
to
ask to
leave.
leave, just like we spoke about Isak, then he'll play.
See you later, mate.
Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, listen, let me just grab these supers and then we'll wrap up the stream. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Make sure guys are liking, make sure guys are subscribing. Guys, go subscribe to all these guys' channels, please. They're all in the description. So let me just grab these supers. I better look at the like count and we should be at 500 likes. Lex just sat in his car for an hour, 20 minutes because his side chick's waiting for him. You get me? So everyone, please like the video and subscribe right now. Are we at 500 likes? We are. Thank you very much. There's just one super chat addressing you, Lex, before you go.
Okay.
I guess it says addressing you.
Do you know what
What
that
the hell
means?
is that? I have no
You
idea what
just
that
know
You
means.
know
what
what?
that means.
You know what dogging is?
Yeah, that's an English thing.
So, if like you can go dogging, and then there's a thing called being sea, and then there's a thing your car can be seagulled. Right. So yeah,
I don't think he knows what that is.
no.
So basically, you go to a secluded place, you flash your headlights, and someone jumps in your car,
And you get on with it.
And
Oh.
and it starts rocking.
And what it is, and
That's crazy, blood.
and then everyone stands
Everyone.
around your car watching. And that's why they call it
Wait,
seagull.
what?
And that's why they call it
seagull.
and that's why they call it seagullwing. If you get it.
Okay. Big up to you,
Good to
Lex.
know.
Lex,
Thank you
that's
for
it.
Hey, big up man MDL later.
Big up. Big up.
Never come
Big
to
up to
you.
you. LFC says rivals. LFC overpaid with players for no Premier League experience who will flop. Also, rivals. LFC are buying. You cannot win. You cannot win with the rivals. But guess what? Their
don't care.
tiers. Yeah, put the tears in the coffee cup.
Can I just say
Igal's
one thing?
tears
Can I
is
just
what
say one
we-
thing about all of this money garbage? Yeah.
Yes.
Does anybody think that we've actually got some really good deals and actually got them for less than the clubs wanted for them? We've actually got some bargains.
3 years from now,
in the league.
3 years from now, if Bayern are on their knees begging us for Florian Wirtz, we could get 120, 130 easily. That's number one. Kerkez, same. He's going to retain very similar value. Frimpong, same, I'd say. Ekitike is the only one where I'll be honest, it's a bit iffy. It's a bit iffy. I have to be honest about that one. I won't even lie to you. For an 8 homegrown required for Premier League, Champions League, every missing homegrown player is one less player you can register into the 5-man squad, but no fines. Yes, however, we just counted them. You guys need to understand these include the likes of like, Chiesa and etc., who we all know is gone. We all know is gone. I have seen you on DR Sports, you little fraud. You see you, Matisse. Oh my God. If this guy wasn't a celebrity, I want to get you on a stream tomorrow if you're not a celebrity, but you see you're such a little fraud. We're going to have to talk soon. Matisse Armani. Man's talking about, Liverpool can't do this whole underdog narrative now.
This guy can't even spell my name right, but it's all good.
Das is the kind of guy who picks Havertz over Jokeres.
Spell my name right, and then you can talk about my opinions.
What? Do you want
I don't think
to?
you spelled Havertz right either.
I'm going to message Matisse now. He's going to say, brother, you have to ask me 3 days before. Watch this, yeah? I'm going to expose him live on stream. Watch this. I'm going to message him now. You free tomorrow? He's going to message me, brother, let me know 5 days before.
Yo, I love how he did an AI version of him wearing a 16 out of 10 shirt. That's pretty creative.
Yeah, that's very creative. Ed is a creative guy. He's also a cantaloupe farmer. Speaking of farmers, hello, Jacob. Big up to you. Who allowed Mike to have a mic? I did.
I did. It's right here.
No, I did. I'm the first to give you an opportunity. You fraud. Why?
Actually, wait, no. Hold on. According to your words, actually, Staffy was the first, but that's what you said on Friday.
I said I was the one that gave you a chance on the halftime shows, and he's the one that got you to that. But I'm the one. Why do you always never say this? I always say Terry's the guy that first gave me a chance. You fraud.
Can I just say something? Fonz,
Yes.
Why don't you drop in on my show with those comments, like with your one-liners? They are bangers. Like, I never see you on mine dropping in with those. I see you on everyone else's, and they make me laugh, mate.
Big up Fonzie.
Come to
Fonzie is a
Come to
comedian.
mine and get in the chat.
Sometimes his ones are really shit, though. Gakpo on the left, man's just had his best season at left wing, the fuck, and he all want to play Ekitike on the left, and he's hardly ever played there. Listen, I'm not a fan of Ekitike on the left at all. I stick by that. I think Ekitike is probably going to hold bench for men like Isak. I'm just go ahead and say that. You get me? Nunez, Newcastle look at Nunez and Isak transfer. Hey, if Newcastle sign Nunez, I'm a Toon army forever.
Yeah, no,
Big up to D. Paul
that
says,
way.
I'd like to hear Isak say he wants to move to Liverpool in case this is an agent. Oh, hell no, this is not an agent strategy. I promise you this can't all be agent strategy to get more money. I promise you that Newcastle would have paid him as much as he wants. You get me?
Craig, I think Craig Hope, the Newcastle guys, has said this is not a contract situation. The fact that Newcastle are very aware how much he wants a week, and they can't afford to give him that. So that's the situation. I mean, they could give him a contract, maybe of 200 grand a week, but the feeling is that Isak wouldn't accept that. But it's unfortunately one of them things. You know, Newcastle are a big club in England, but they're not a big club outside of England, and he wants to go to a ginormous club because he's a ginormous footballer.
Do you know what's wild?
Big up ginormous Liverpool.
Do you know what's wild? Who's the? I can't remember the centre back now. Oh, hang on. I'll come back to you.
If you want to date Rockets, you got to deal with chicks leaving you. It's that simple. Isak wants to leave.
Big up frauds. Tell Jimmy no one wants to see him in his birthday suit. Hashtag double on.
Not even my wife does, to be fair. So, yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking knew. I knew he was gonna say some shit.
Yeah, that was it. Matt Target is on 100 grand a week, and Isak's on 120 grand a week.
Yeah.
He plays for Newcastle as well, Matt Target.
Yeah, I know he's that former left back for Aston Villa. We can buy all these players because we buy a lot of these guys with installments and can pay them off over time, and doesn't hit out our budget at all at once. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Liverpool are spending like this season because next season I believe PSR changes a little bit. Its restraints change a little bit. So Liverpool want to do all their shopping this summer, and then next summer, if you tell me, oh, we're going to buy us a centre back and Adam Walton from Palace, I'm happy with it. Do you know what I mean? If that's all we need, that's all we need, because we've done all our business now. So that's the way it should be. Don't need this every single summer, do we? We don't need this every summer. We just every now and then you do. So, but then you just one or two every summer after that, and then you're fine, then you.
There's
Rodrygo premium sign. So is
there's
Isak.
also something else that comes into this as well. Which,
Rodrygo, because of the wage Isak will be on. Rodrygo will be around the same. Too much considering Salah, Virgil, in potentially Ibu.
There's also something else that comes into that that money thing as well, which Maguire, I think it said on TalkSport, is Liverpool get loads of bonuses from the sponsors, from all of our sponsors, because we won the league. That would have been part of the deal. And we're using all of that as well. And Adidas are supposed to be paying us an absolute bumper contract.
I need those jerseys tomorrow, like today.
And there's a weird thing as well. I did it on my show today. Like all of the players we've signed, big players like Wirtz, and now obviously with Ekitike, and obviously we're looking at Isak and Mo Salah. They've all just been they're all using Adidas equipment, all of them. They're all part of the Adidas package. Rio Gugamo has just signed an Adidas contract. Like, it's just, it makes a lot of sense commercially as well to sign these players. Like,
that makes sense. It makes sense.
And I'm for it. Like, some of the Adidas merch is amazing. Like,
Fabrizio via his YouTube channel has just said Liverpool is the dream club for Alexander Isak. Liverpool are ready to make a bid. It's now on Newcastle to open the door for his exit.
Yeah, I watched the video he uploaded. It was 8 minutes. I watched it, but you guys were talking before.
Bro, where the fuck is this news everyone's talking about?
He didn't really drop too much other than
it's not on his.
It's the ball is in Newcastle's court. Liverpool are just waiting to see what Newcastle does. That's where we're at. They know what he wants.
It's a waiting game. That's why I said patience at the beginning. It's like we got to wait for Sesko to go to Newcastle and then Liverpool will do that.
It's literally entirely up to like Liverpool can't do anything until Newcastle change this stance up. He's not for sale. So until then, no one's going to add any new information.
I do agree that Rodrygo is a premium, though. I think we're going to get both, but time will tell.
Yeah. You think we're going to get both?
I was trying to see to refresh if there's like some fucking Rodrygo thing. Oh, there's this fucking Fabrizio latest video. Well, I don't know if you said anything.
There's nothing on Instagram either from Fabrizio yet.
Yeah, I was just trying to refresh just now. Bro, you guys better pray you get Isak and win the league, because the meat riding over Isak is diabolical and getting embarrassing. I bet everything you're an Arsenal fan who's completely angry right now. 100%.
I mean, you did know that we won the league with Nunez up front. Last season.
Meat riding Isak. I've seen grown Arsenal fans in their 50s doing this shit. What are we doing here?
I've seen Arsenal players
flexing on Photoshop. Kai Havertz.
Kai
Havertz.
What grown man went on Photoshop with Havertz and made him more muscular? What issues have you got in your personal life that you went and done that? Yes, sort yourselves out, guys. Sort yourselves out, man.
Kai Wirtz.
Yeah, it's just what are we doing here?
Slot behave like Ancelotti, but tactics like Pep, Jurgen Klopp. Fairs. Love your Kmack. Will do. Hussam just blackmails me. That's a complete lie. Stop lying to the people. You fucking bum. Talking about blackmail you. I never blackmail you. What cigarettes do I smoke? I'm not going to promote smoking cigarettes. It's very harmful. Please don't do it. Unfortunately, I got addicted to this habit 10 years ago, and I'm reducing. I'm trying to quit it. Please do not smoke if you're watching this. I'm not your example. Who would have thought at the beginning of the transfer window would end up getting Wirtz and Isak? Amazing times for Liverpool. Let me tell you who would have thought. Fucking no one. That's who would have thought. Absolutely fucking no one would have thought that. So, yeah. Yes, I am doing a watch along, inshallah, tomorrow, Liam. Anyway, listen, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing on your way out. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Love to every single one of you guys. You guys are all absolutely elite, all phenomenal, all incredible. Kopish are actually still live with their call-in show, so we're just going to redirect over to them. Go tell them Kopish raid. Love you all, and tell them Hussam raid, not Kopish raid. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Subscribe to J. Phillips Football Chats, Kmack channel, Mike Das, and Lexus channel. Peace out.